Here is Sloppy Steve on News Nation. Listen to this.
So let me ask you about Trump 2028. We have a 22nd Amendment, which bars anybody from running for a third term. Do you think that that's not a barrier for him, or how do you see that?
I think that there are many different alternatives that at the appropriate time after the midterms in 26, we will roll out. But I think there are many different alternatives to make sure that President Trump is on the ballot.
In other words, that ain't going to fucking stop us. We'll come up with some bullshit legal theory, or we'll make some nonsense point, or we'll do some stupid fucking legal maneuver, and then we'll fucking shut up everybody who disagrees with us, and then we'll fucking do it. Now, by the way, I think he's actually being too kind, because he's saying, oh, he'll be on the ballot. Steve, I don't know if you've been following this stuff closely. We might not even have an election, dog. And I know you'd probably fucking cheerlead that. But this is where these people are. You think, guys, it always starts with, oh, we're just trolling, right? The Trump 2028 hats. Trump goes to negotiate with Democrats in the Oval Office. He's got a Trump 2028 hat staring right at Hakeem Jeffries, staring right at Chuck Schumer. They walked in, sat down, and engaged in the negotiation. I would have marched right the fuck out the second I saw that. So, are you triggered? We fucking triggered you. We got you. We're just trolling. It always starts like, we're just trolling, until you're not, right? It's always just jokes. It's always just jokes until it isn't. We followed this playbook. We know how it goes. We were there for the first term. We're here in the second term. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not a dipshit. I remember in the first term, when Bill Maher came out and said, I don't think Trump's going to leave if he loses, I said, come on, man. That's actual Trump derangement syndrome. I was fucking wrong. He did everything he could to stay in power. He did the fake elector slate. He committed crimes. We had January 6th. He was still making phone calls after the violence on January 6th saying, don't certify Joe Biden. I want to stay in office. Bill was right. I was wrong. Now, I'm not going to make the same fucking mistake. He means Trump 2028. He means it. And so, Sloppy Steve, this is a top Trump guy, pardoned by Trump, right? He's out there going, yeah, we'll find a way. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. And guys, they will get away with whatever we let them get away with. That's what we need to understand. Trump even said the other day in a speech, remember? He's like, I expected some resistance. He was talking, I think, specifically about invading U.S. cities. He was like, I was expecting some resistance, but I don't see anything from the Democrats. He literally said that. And so I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, we need an opposition party. We need an opposition party. We need an opposition media. We need people to cover everything he's actually doing. But instead, it's not that. It's fucking, I'm over here pulling out my hair, covering this stuff, following this stuff, talking about this stuff, because I feel like, shit, I'm like one of the only people fucking on top of this shit. And I'm just an asshole with a loud mouth on YouTube. Jesus Christ. So here he is, saying the quiet part out loud, and he means it.